90% of podcasts fail because of this one mistake: choosing the wrong damn topic. Have you noticed how many podcasts launch with excitement only to disappear after just a few episodes? There's a graveyard of abandoned shows out there, and I don't want yours to be one of them. By the end of this video, you'll discover my proven topic selection matrix that will guarantee your podcast has staying power and attracts your ideal clients. I'll show you exactly how to choose a topic that generates endless content, builds your authority, and can be monetized effectively. Look, I've helped hundreds of coaches and consultants launch successful podcasts, and I'm about to share some tough love that might hurt a little. The hard truth is this: your brilliant podcast idea probably sucks, and that's okay. Most people's first ideas do. Most aspiring podcasters make the same critical mistake. They choose topics based solely on what excites them, not what their audience actually needs. They pick niches that are either oversaturated without a unique angle or so narrow they burn through all possible content within a few episodes. This isn't just about avoiding failure, it's about setting yourself up for massive success from day one. The topic you choose now will determine whether you're still podcasting with passion a year from now or whether you've joined that 90% failure statistic. Imagine having a podcast that positions you as the go-to authority in your field. Picture your ideal clients discovering you through your show, already pre-sold on your expertise before they ever book a call. Visualize opening your email to find interview requests from industry leaders who want to be on your show because of the reputation you've built. The right topic makes all of this possible. It creates a foundation for consistent growth, endless content opportunities, and multiple monetization streams. But I know what you're thinking. I should just podcast about my passion. Or maybe I need to find something completely original that no one's talking about. These common misconceptions lead straight to that 90% failure rate. You might also believe you need to cover everything to appeal to everyone. The truth is exactly the opposite. The more you try to speak to everyone, the less anyone will listen. When I first started podcasting, I made this exact mistake. I chose a topic I was passionate about without considering whether my audience actually cared. 6 episodes in, I was already struggling to come up with fresh content. Worse, the engagement was dismal. I was essentially talking to myself. I had to make the painful decision to scrap everything and start over with a strategic approach. That pivot saved my podcasting career and led to the framework I'm about to share with you. Choose the right topic and you'll build a platform that attracts ideal clients, positions you as an authority, and opens doors to opportunities you can't even imagine yet. Choose poorly and you'll waste months of effort creating content that nobody listens to before giving up entirely. The difference between success and failure isn't about your microphone quality or your editing skills. It's about the fundamental topic decision you make right now. First tip: the golden rules of topic selection. This is absolutely crucial. Your podcast needs to serve your audience first, not your ego. The brutal truth about podcast success is that it's not about what you want to talk about. It's about what your audience needs to hear. I want you to realize that successful podcasts follow these 3 principles. They solve specific problems for a defined audience. They have a clear, unique angle in their market. They have enough depth to sustain long-term content. Now listen very carefully. I'm going to share the 3-pillar framework that will transform how you think about your podcast topic. First, you need to choose your umbrella concept. This is your podcast's central theme, broad enough to explore deeply, but specific enough to attract a dedicated audience. Think of it as your podcast's North Star that guides all your content decisions. If you want to master this topic selection strategy along with all the other critical elements for podcast success, check out my Podcast Academy by clicking the link in the first comment. My Podcast Academy offers a complete system for creating a successful podcast from start to finish. You'll get access to practical worksheets, AI tools that automate tedious tasks, bi-weekly group coaching calls, and a supportive community of like-minded podcasters. The Academy isn't just about picking topics. It covers everything from equipment setup to guest acquisition, content creation to monetization strategies, all delivered in short, powerful lessons designed for quick implementation. With clear guidance and ready-to-use templates, you'll be able to build a podcast that consistently attracts your ideal clients. Second, define your content pillars, a maximum of 3 main themes you'll rotate through. This will completely change your podcast because it gives you variety while maintaining focus. For example, if your podcast is about business growth, your pillars might be marketing strategies, systems optimization, and mindset mastery. Third, ask yourself the sustainability question. Can you generate enough quality content? This is where brutal honesty saves you. If you can't immediately brainstorm 20 compelling episode ideas, you need a different topic. Second tip, proven topics that actually work. Let me show you what's actually working in the podcast world right now. Health podcasts continue to dominate because everyone wants to live longer and feel better. Look at Huberman Lab. It's crushing it by combining cutting-edge science with actionable advice. Wealth-focused shows have massive audiences. The Diary of a CEO works brilliantly because it blends business strategies with personal development. Relationship podcasts tap into our fundamental need for connection. Call Her Daddy built an empire by being brutally honest about dating and relationships. Here's the thing I want you to remember. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. The most successful podcasts take proven topics and add their unique perspective. I wish I had known this earlier. Success isn't about finding an untapped niche. It's about bringing your authentic voice to topics people already care about. Third tip, the topic selection matrix. I'm about to share my 7-point profit filter that will predict your podcast success before you even record your first episode. Look at this carefully. Each of these 7 elements needs to score high for your podcast to thrive. First, passion. You need to be genuinely excited about this topic for the long haul. Ask yourself, would I still be fired up to discuss this after 50 episodes? Would I do this for free for a year? If not, you'll burn out fast. Second, expertise. You need enough knowledge to speak confidently. You should already be the person friends come to for advice in this area. What makes you qualified to speak on this topic? Third, competition. Contrary to popular belief, some competition is good. It validates market interest. The key question is, what's your unique angle that sets you apart? Fourth, interest. Your target audience needs to be actively seeking solutions in this area. Who's losing sleep over the problems your podcast will solve? Fifth, price potential. Your topic needs clear paths to monetization beyond just sponsorships. Can you create courses, coaching programs, or premium content around this topic? Sixth, content sustainability. You should be able to brain dump 20 episode ideas without breaking a sweat. Can you maintain quality for 100 episodes without running dry? Seventh, reach. Understanding where your audience hangs out is crucial. Where do these people already gather, and how will you tap into those communities? Here's what I want you to do. Rate your potential topics from 1 to 10 on each element. Be brutally honest. If you score 50 or above across all 7 categories, you've got a green light to launch. Picking the right podcast topic is like laying the foundation for a skyscraper. Get it wrong and everything crumbles, but get it right and you'll build something that stands tall for years to come. The difference between a podcast that fizzles out after a few episodes and one that transforms your business isn't luck. It's strategic planning. You now have the blueprint to make the right choice. If you're serious about creating a podcast that positions you as an authority and consistently attracts your ideal clients, my Podcast Academy has everything you need to succeed. From defining your perfect content pillars to mapping your first 50 episode ideas, I've packed all my best strategies into this comprehensive program. And if you found this video helpful, you absolutely need to watch my video on Name Your Podcast Right, from forgettable to can't miss next. Once you've chosen your perfect topic using this framework, you'll need a compelling name that instantly grabs attention and makes your show discoverable. That video will show you exactly how to create a name that stands out and attracts your ideal listeners from day one.